Hello everyone, this is Impulse, and welcome back to the HermitCraft server. How you guys doing today? I'm doing fantastic. I am actually doing fantastic. Finally over that sickness. Oh, except my wife has it now. I feel bad for her, but oh, I'm feeling better anyway. I'm feeling better, and I am ready to record another episode of HermitCraft, if I can speak. And guys, it's time. It's time. This monstrosity needs to go. It never looked good, did it? It never looked good. We're gonna change that today. I know you guys are sick of this place, I bet. But after we change it, you're gonna love it. You're gonna fall in love all over again with iBooks, and it's gonna live up to its name because it doesn't say iMending, it says iBooks, and we are gonna make it sell multiple books by the end of this episode, so we can make some money, make some diamonds, I should say. And speaking of, let's see if we've got any. Nice. So we've sold some books. I wasn't sure if we were gonna sell any more. It seemed like everybody had their fair share by now of many books, but I'll be sure this time to make sure Cub Fan gets his cut. You guys pointed that out to me in the last episode. I think it was the last one, or maybe the one before, where I collected, and I didn't mention giving Cub Fan his cut. Of course, he's gonna get his half. Which, yeah, I mentioned that we're doing half now. I noticed that Etho still hasn't picked up his order, so somebody want to let Etho know, hey, I'll let him know on Skype, but Python did, so we can get rid of that. Anyway, guys, so thank you for all your support on the last video of the mansion that we finished off, or at least the outside of it. A lot of good feedback on that, and I really appreciated it. Gonna step away from the project, obviously, for this episode, but we'll get back to it quickly because I am super excited to get the interiors going and start adding some stuff. So thanks again, guys, for the support last episode. Really did appreciate that. Appreciated all the comments. But now, I think, without further ado, we should just tear down this ugly thing, and then we'll build something a lot nicer in its place. So, all right, let's get to work. That hideous thing is gone. Let's never talk about that ever again. It never happened. That ugly build just never happened. Unsee it. Forget about it. Forget about it. All right. So now we got to make some decisions, guys, because, you know, there's not a lot of real estate right here, right? I need to expand the store, right? I need more space because I'm going to have more books. But, There's not a lot of space to do that. And in fact, stuff is popping up everywhere. And if I look around, there's really not a lot of space hardly anywhere anymore. There's so much stuff going on here, which is totally awesome. Plus, I don't really want to move too far because this is where people expect to go when they want books, you know, when they want mending books at least, and soon they'll learn there's other books for sale. So I want to stick around this area, but I need to make it bigger. So I had an idea, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the front of the store about the same size, but we're going to go underground with it. And I'm assuming nobody's really gone underground with much around here. So hopefully I don't run into anything when I start digging. But we're just going to make like the entrance of the store above ground, nice and small. And then you go down underground and it'll be nice and big and have lots of room for all the stuff I need to put in there. So I was looking around on the internet on, trying to get some ideas. And one thing that always comes to mind for me is this Apple store that's in New York. It's on New York City. It's Fifth Avenue Apple Store. It's really cool. It's made out of glass. The whole thing is just one big glass box, basically. And I thought, you know what, that would work perfect because it's just the entrance. And then what they did is they did the same thing. They went underground and have a whole store underneath the ground. And so that's what I'm going to do. I don't know why. I think Mumbo might have did this last season, something with the same type of idea because he visited New York, I think. I know he mentioned it anyway. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do because that makes sense to me. And then plus I can put my yellow eye logo in the middle of the glass and stuff, kind of like they did with their Apple logo. So it's really cool. If you guys haven't seen it, go to Google, just search for New York City Apple Store and go to the images there. You'll see it. Anyway, so that's gonna be what I do here. I'm gonna make a glass box, and I'm gonna do stained. I think I'll do black or gray. I gotta decide. And then that way the yellow eye kind of sticks out. And I gotta figure out what to do with the doors because they need to be glass too. And Minecraft doesn't really have any glass doors, so glass doors would be cool. That would be a nice feature to have. Especially ones that like slide open instead of pivot like these ones. You know what I mean? Like a sliding glass door. That would be really cool. Anyway, another topic. So yeah, I need to get some materials together and I'll get the top built. And then once I get that done, I'll start digging underneath and we'll see what we're dealing with. But I'm going to keep it in the general vicinity here. So I might have to do some terraforming here to make sure it's all flat and stuff, and not really sure what I want the outside to look like. I think I should probably come in with some kind of stone around the glass so it looks cool, nice and modern. So that's the plan. I'm gonna go get some stuff together and I'll get the box built up. See you in a sec. All right, so I've been thinking about this doorway situation a little bit, and I came up with an idea, and I wanted to do some science, some testing here. What about using end rods to make a way in, but maybe trick the AI of the mobs so they don't think they can get through it? We're about to find out if it works. I led these guys up here. I made a little test doorway here with end rods. If I go through this, do they feel like they can get through it also? Yes, they don't care. They can get through it. They are evolved, I guess. They are smarter than they used to be. Well, maybe not so much now. Okay, yeah, he found his way through. Dang, oh man, I was really hoping that would work. And they would see this as, okay, this is taken up by this, and that's taken up by that, and they didn't really get smart enough to go through the middle. Used to work with fences. You would put two different kinds of fences next to each other back before they wouldn't connect, and then mobs didn't realize they could walk through. And so I thought maybe that would work with end rods. But as you saw there, nope, they're smart enough now that they see there's enough space in here that they could walk through. Bummer. Okay, so we're going to have to come up with a different idea, a different approach. But I thought that was worth the test, and I wanted to show you guys the results as I learned them myself. So, okay, not going to work. Tear it down. Bummer. All right, there we go. The glass box is in, and I was just comparing the logo on the front to the back of my shirt here. And I can't quite get it right. Like the eye feels a little bit small for being up that high, I guess. And definitely yellow stained clay is kind of ugly. So let's try something a little different. Let's do gold. I think that's going to definitely stick out. I tried it with the 3 blocks space in one, thinking that would look better, but then it didn't. So I'm going to stick with the 2 blocks space and then 1 for the logo, because that's typically how I do it anyway. It just felt weird on this building. But let's put in the gold instead and see if we like that a little bit better. So pop these guys out. Put the gold in, and it I like it already too, because it makes me feel like I'm rich, even though I'm rich with diamonds. I have plenty of gold too, thanks to that gold farm gas catcher dealie I made a while back. Oh yeah, that pops a lot better. I think that looks a lot better. I'm thinking I'm gonna actually do that on all 4 sides. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. I kind of like the 3D effect of it, and yeah, wow, it looks like those gold eyes are just floating, Let me know what you guys think. Did you like it with just the one or all of them, one on each side? The other thing is, as I was a little worried about, it's a little bland. The structure is bland. It's just a glass box. There's not a lot of detail to it. Even with the eyes in it, I think it's still a bit bland. Obviously, something's gonna happen here, right? We're gonna drop this floor out. We're gonna have to dig this whole thing up, and there's gonna be like a I don't know, a glass cover over the room that's underneath, and you'd walk in and it'll be like a spiral staircase in the center of the room that you walk down, all glass, so you can see everything that's going on underneath. So that's definitely gonna give it a little more flair, but I'm gonna try a couple things that I have in mind here that hopefully will spruce it up a little bit more, give it a little bit more character, because yeah, right now it's just a glass box with some eye logos in it. So I think it needs something else. So let's see if this works. All right, there we go. Added a little bit of detail, and I was looking at the pictures again of the Apple store in New York City, and I noticed that their Apple logo was actually inside the cube, not out on the walls. So I did that, and I went back to the 3 blocks space and then a block up there for the eye. It looks better. It looks better. That's the way to do it. I don't know why I thought 2 was better. But yeah, so now it's just kind of floating in the middle of the room. I think I like that better than having it on the walls. It's less distracting. And then as you can see, I did end rods, little end rod towers in the corners, just to kind of give it that look of there's something holding up the glass. It's got some stability, and then it adds a little bit of detail as well. I'm not sure about the doorway. I definitely wanted a little part sticking out here. I don't remember what you call these things. Awnings, I think maybe. But I'm not sure I like the end rods holding it up. I think it's a little too distracting. I like it in the corners, but adding it there, I don't know, it kind of detracts from the corners a little bit. So I thought maybe, what if we did like a glass pane? So I got a different color, a couple different colors of glass panes. We could just go with the black here, and then it kind of blends in a little bit, so it's less obvious. I kind of wanted to make it obvious that this was the entrance as you're walking up, so it's not confusing. Of course, we're gonna have to make this this grass and what are these called? Path blocks? Yeah. Continue all the way to the door here, so you can see I carved that out. I just don't have any on me. But let's try a different color, and we might want to do this with the actual awning itself. And let's try white, just to see if we like it. It's going to stand out a little bit, but at least then people are going to know that this is where the entrance is. So let's see. Let's do white, and I want to go one wider than the actual door. And then if we bring the panes down, it should make it pretty obvious now that that's the doorway. Sound like a villager. What do you guys think? I like it, I think. I am so undecisive with these kind of things on builds. Let me know what you think with the white or the black, or maybe you did like the end rods and I'm just crazy. I was going to try clear too, but I don't think that's going to work. What do you think? Little entrance just kind of squared out with the white. Obviously, remember, we're going to take the path blocks here, so that's going to kind of look a little bit better too. Yeah, so I think that's it. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to wait for your guys' comments. You can tell me, love it, hate it, give me different ideas, whatever you want to do. I love your guys' comments. You always have great ideas, so keep them coming. I know I ask for them a lot, but I like them. I like them a lot. All right. So we are going to dig out this section next, and I think I'm going to get the beacon going because I got a lot of digging to do, and doing it like this is just going to take too long. So I'm going to go grab a beacon, borrow my own beacon, I guess, and we'll set it up somewhere nearby. That way the dig can happen quicker. And how my pickaxe is doing, I think I'll be okay. I don't need silk touch for this, so I can just use that one. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do next, set up the beacon, and I'm going to get to digging, and then hopefully I'll remember to grab some grass blocks too so we can do this part. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do next, so let's get back to work. I was gonna just get a couple stacks of iron blocks from Tango's store here. Of course I was gonna pay him, but yep, he's out of stock apparently. He's got some ingots here. I could craft these into blocks, and I could get 1 stack out of this, but not enough. I think I need about 3 stacks to make a full pyramid, or just under that. I wonder if he would mind if I just went, crafted my own, and came back and paid him. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I don't think he'll mind if I go craft my own. I mean, I saved him the trouble, and he still gets the diamonds for him. So I'll let him know on Skype just in case he's got a problem. But let's see, it's 2 diamonds per stack, so I'm gonna need 6 diamonds for that. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the Titan, to the storage room, and just craft myself 3 stacks of blocks. That's what I'm gonna do, and then I'll leave the payment in here. Oh, Tango, I know, man. You've been so busy. He's so busy that he can't keep his stuff in stock here. That's okay. All right, so that's that. So I'm not stealing iron, of course. I'm just gonna go get it myself. That's all. I'm going behind the counter, guys. Pay no attention to the employees only sign. All right, be right back. All right, there we go. Got a little more work done on this, and I put the beacon up right. It's right in the middle there. It looks kind of cool, like it's going up through the eye. It's actually behind it, as you can see. It did look like it was in the middle. Oh, that would be cool if I could do that and have it go up, but it can't go through the gold blocks. So, oh man. Somebody's gonna say yellow glass, but it's just not gonna look as good. I think I like the gold blocks. All right, guys. So let me show you what I have done now. I've done quite a bit of digging, and I also put in the spiral staircase. And here I go again. I just can't stay away from quartz this season. I am glutton for punishment, apparently, because more quartz. But looking at the Apple Store that I've been using as reference, they have a lot of white as well, and it looks good. It looks good. It's just so modern. I love the modern look, obviously. And so here we go. Did my best to do this spiral staircase. It's just kind of around this glass pillar. I need to do something cool down in the middle, something cool to kind of stand over and look at. So we'll have to figure that out. Any ideas would be welcome, of course. And so yeah, staircase kind of just goes down, and you can see how big the room's gonna be. So we have all this space now in here, and that's gonna be so awesome. So awesome. I can just go wall to wall, bookshelves with books in them, and that's the thing. I kind of just gave away my idea. I want to have bookshelves that actually have books in them. Isn't that weird? Weird concept? Yeah. You know what? I remember talking to Dinnerbone a long time ago, and he said he was going to do that. He was going to implement something where you had bookshelves and you could actually put enchanted books in, and it would I don't know, hold them in a cool way, different than a chest, I guess. But never happened. Dinnerbone never made it happen. It's a bummer, too, because I could really use him. So instead, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go for that whole trick where you can put a minecart with a chest inside of blocks, and then the blocks would be the bookshelves, and then you could still kind of access them. So I'm hoping that still works, and that's kind of what we're going to do. And I'm thinking for layout in here, like I would kind of just have, like down here, I want to have kind of like aisles like this, so maybe put like 3 in between, and then and something like that. And so they kind of go like this, and then I need to figure out, okay, what do you do in the corners? Maybe I would have sort of a diagonal pattern or something like that in the corners. Not sure, but there's a lot of things that I need to do in here. I'm gonna need, you know what, I was thinking about it. Okay, the quartz here looks good, but there's going to be more white needed in this room. I don't know if I'm going to do the ceilings. I know I was going to do sea lanterns for the lighting in the ceiling along here. That's going to look really good. But a lot more white to put in here. And 1.10 has now come out, officially released, and we haven't, wrong button, we haven't updated the server just yet. We're still on 1.9.4. And I said dot again. I'm trying to say point, guys. I'm trying. It's a bad habit. 1.9.4. There, that's hard. Too many points. But we're going to update soon to 1.10. And yeah, I was thinking I could use the bone. What are they called? Bone blocks? Thinking I'll use bone blocks then for a lot of the white. and it'll also give a little bit of character to it, so it's not just the same white blocks all over the place. So that, I think, will look awesome. And yeah, a lot to do. The interior is gonna be fun. Let me know what you guys think of that idea. I think, if I had, maybe I'll go 2 high, and maybe I will go 4 out. And I did this on accident, went 4 out. But I think if I go 4 out, 2 high, we could put the sign of what the book is, and then in here, I'd actually kind of shove the chest with a minecart in there. Uh-oh. Doc got slain by a zombie. Oh, man. Oh, by the way, Etho did stop by. Doc and Etho stopped by to pick up his books. And so they stopped by, and I was in the middle of, building this thing. And they were like, is this the iBook store? I was like, yep, you're in the right place. But all the books are just kind of like stored in my junk chest here as I do these renovations. So I did give Etho his 5 books. He paid up, and I got to keep track of it all because I got to get Cub his split. So I don't worry, guys. I'll take care of Cub. So anyway, yeah, I'm thinking that's gonna work. Let's do it. Let's try. I'm gonna go get a minecart with a chest in it, and we're gonna try to figure out how to shove it into these bookshelves, and let's just see if it works. Let's do some science. So let me go grab some stuff, and we'll give it a go. All right. So I've got myself a minecart with a chest in it, and now we're gonna make this happen. It's pretty easy to do from what I remember. You just have to get rid of the actual block you want to put it in, and pick it up. Put some rails like this, and basically what you're trying to do is get it so that it curves into the block. So you want that curved rail to head right into the block you're going to put it into, and then at that point you can just put it on there and it will go right in there. All right, so now you can see it's in there, but the problem is, as you can see, this thing can kind of get pushed around, and then it's not really sitting quite right. I don't want people to just be walking through the store and accidentally be pushing these mine carts around. So, but by the way, yeah, it does work. See, if you kind of click on if we look at the hitbox, I wonder if we see the hitbox. No, you can't really see the hitbox, so I guess that didn't help. But yeah, you can usually click at least on one side, and there may be spots sticking out. It's just this side. So one side's gonna work and not the other. So we'd have to put the sign on the side where they could actually get it from. But yeah, that's I don't know. It's the fact that it moves around is kind of a bad deal. So I thought, well, let's do this. Let's try this. If we put soul sand there, that should get it. Hopefully it will sink into the soul sand, even though it's got the block there. So let's put that back together, and let's push this guy into it. And now can we get it to kind of, there it goes. See it drop down on the soul sand? And because of that, I think now it's not going to move. See, I'm kind of hitting it, and it's not moving around. And I think if I relog, this might actually kind of settle in and be in a different orientation. So let me relog real quick and see if that does anything to the way this guy looks. Okay, so I just logged back in, and as you can see, it kind of straightened itself out. You can see the full minecart on this side. I'm not sure I'm loving that, but I think if we're gonna do it this way, that's gonna be kind of the way it is. So my guess is you can't really get to it from this side. Can't get to it from there, but you should be able to. Oh no, you can't. Well, that kind of defeats the whole purpose if you can't actually click on it. Oh man, this might not work. This might not work. It used to be, maybe it's a directional thing? Let's do this one more time, but we're gonna come at it in a different direction. Let's try that. So if we come at it from this direction, will it change anything? And we're gonna have to get it in there, let it settle, and then probably relog again to do a real test of this. So all right, there we go. It's in. Let's see if it drops down into the soul sand. I think it has. So now let's pick this back up, and I'll quickly relog. Okay, I've relogged, and it's still in there. It doesn't look like it really moved that much that time. But same problem. I cannot click on it. Oh, bummer. Oh. All right, well, this looks like this idea is not gonna work. Okay, guys, this is the part where I say I need your help. Help me solve this problem. This is, I really wanted, I just want bookshelves that work as actual bookshelves. But we're going to have to come up with something. So send me your ideas, guys. Let's see what we can do about this. I don't know if I want to just like make it simple and just like put a chest on top. So you have the bookshelf with a chest on top, but I don't know. That seems kind of boring. But I'd like to see if you guys have any good ideas. Send them my way, because I'm running out of time today, guys. Things are so hectic in my life right now. I am packing up, getting ready to move into the new house. Finally, renovations are just about done. They're painting today, so it should be done in a few days, and we're going to be able to move in. So I'm getting all ready for that, and I've been super busy. And probably the next episode, will be recorded from the new house, possibly. We'll see. Might kind of record half and half at the old house, and then, anyway. So I've been really busy, and so that's all we're gonna have time for today. So yeah, send me your ideas, guys. Of course, let me have all the feedback that I asked for. I love it. Love the feedback, and appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. So okay. That's going to be it for me today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure you hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe before you go. And with that said, I'll see you guys again next time. Have a good one, everyone.